So that's going.
Yeah. All right. It says the microphone's on too, so.
Okay. All right. Start recording. We can always crop this. The final countdown. We've gotten like 12 people hype about this, and I think we've overshot their expectations. Or maybe undershot their expectations.
Honestly, it's a 50-50 chance of people being like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest thing. And they're like, it's just them talking. Okay.
Yeah, well, we're going to have the video posted on the YouTube.
Correct.
So we're recording that as well. We have little contraptions everywhere. I feel like my house kind of looks like NASA with all the wires.
But like a cheap version.
Very cheap version. I think we're all in $100 in equipment, but like half of it hasn't arrived via Amazon yet.
Yeah. Like, we're all in. We're very committed, but like,
yes,
very cheaply.
Very cheaply, because we don't want to spend a lot of money if we're not going to make anything back.
True. Also, I think I don't want to get high def because no one needs to see up close and personal of what I actually look like.
Same. Like, I don't need them counting all of this.
I don't need them to count the chins. I don't have very good posture or like,
we're a mess.
Yeah.
So what we are, we're the Mini Tour Saga. I'm Daniela Iacobelli.
I'm Sarah White.
And we are going to give a day in the life of Mini Tour players who just really like playing golf. So podcast weekly, episodes weekly. YouTube videos weekly. We're going to try.
We're going to try very hard.
No promises. The season can get a little crazy. So we're getting ready to gear up. Today is Wednesday? Wednesday.
Wednesday, the week before the tournament. First tournament of the year, Winter Haven, Florida.
Week before the tournament starts. The season starts.
Wow.
This is
crazy.
Crazy girl.
Crazy girl.
This is season 14 for me.
It's season 3 for me.
Oh, perfect. That's what season we're on the podcast. So
2.5, kind of.
Yeah. Tomato, potato. So, let's talk off-season. What'd you do? P.S. Sarah just got in last night. We got to my house at like 10:30 at night.
11. I got delayed in the Atlanta airport, so.
First delay of the year.
Awesome. Felt really good about it.
But no bags lost?
No bags lost.
So that's a win.
It was perfect timing when D rolled up. It was great.
Orlando Airport definitely needs to be run by Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, also, like, someone needs to consult an interior designer from at least the 2000s. Like, I feel like I'm back in time and I need to see some thick, like, mud chops and handlebars, mustaches, and they're smoking the marble reds.
Yeah.
Marble, whatever.
Orlando could definitely use a redesign. So off-season, what'd you do?
I got a job. I had another job, and then I played as much golf as possible. And I literally, was at TPC San Antonio, and then they don't support women's golf because of the thing that TPC put out. And so I was out there, and then I couldn't go out there. They kind of gave me a bunch of crap. But when I went with Mark Hensby, they were all like, oh, we love having you out here. And Mark Hensby's on PGA Tour, has starts on Korn Ferry and full status on Champions. So then I was like, okay, you know what, screw it. I'm going to go to Oak Hills, which is where a bunch of big names went in San Antonio, and ended up working out really well. Great golf course, great people. I worked like a couple days a week so I could play and practice for free. And then I did the Mach 3 speed training, and I trained people to hit it far and fast.
A lot of info there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a mini tour player does, right? To pay off her debts and
fun. Yeah, so many girls are in credit card debt. So many mini tour players are in credit card debt.
Well,
people are getting multiple jobs.
Depends on what tour you play on, because on Korn Ferry, if you take 80th on the money, you're probably not in debt.
Yeah, that's probably true too.
Mm-hmm.
So gals are getting multiple jobs, and it's so hard to find a golf course that will let you play and practice for free.
Yeah.
Like, to not have to pay a membership, which we're already in debt. We don't really have the money to fork over. Like, a private club's going to cost you, what, $500 to $1,200 a month?
Oh, yeah. And plus initiation. Like, even if you get, like, a junior executive, right, at Oak Hills, which, honestly, if I was a normal person, not bad, right, for my age. So it's, like, $3,000 or $5,000 initiation, not bad. And then the dues are $800 to maybe $1,000 a month, but no cart fees, unlimited, whatever. Like, not bad for someone that's 25 if you have a pretty good job.
Money coming in,
With that golf course, too, like, it was worth it, but I'm like, I am not paying that to be there for 4 months.
No, you say $3,000 to $5,000 is an initiation fee. That's half of your entry fees for the year. Like, that money can be dispersed so many other places.
Right.
But, whatever. Off-season is dwindling down. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have 5 days. We leave Monday to go to the Winter Haven.
Yeah.
I'm
so pumped.
Dude, I'm ready to go. I'm so sick of not having a paycheck. I haven't seen a paycheck since October.
I'm also just excited to, mostly to play golf with you, but, like, I have not played golf with a female all off-season. Besides, like, one lady I train at Mach 3 who's one of the sweetest ladies, but, like, that's the only female I played golf with all off-season. I played with dudes over the age of 45 that most of them were really good, and some of them, they were just like, I didn't really catch that one. And I'm like, dude, I get it. Like, I know I hit it far.
That could be a whole podcast episode of things we hear amateur men golfers say.
Yeah.
That we could probably have 30 minutes just of that. That might be next week.
Literally. Like, I have so many that you just, especially when you're working there, you have to be so respectful, and you're like, someone just comes in and starts dogging on you, and you're like, yes, sir. Yep, I do suck at putting, thank you. Like, oh, it's so bad.
I haven't played golf with someone who's, like, less than a 7 handicap all off season.
And the 7 handicap. The 7 is really like a 15 because of our handicap system.
It's a 92 if they actually take proper relief from out of bounds. But they're like, oh, just drop it up there. And I'm like, what'd you have? They're like, 4. I'm like, no. It was not a 4.
That's a nar.
Okay, buddy. We'll just call that as me down 1. Got it.
Cool. Sounds good.
So the mini tour saga, we're revamped. I hope that we have enough time to actually edit the amount of footage that we're gonna try to get.
Yeah. Also, I really want to have, like, a whole blooper one.
Oh, we're definitely gonna have to have a blooper one.
And I want it to be to, like, that old-timey clown song, like, like, you know what I'm talking about. No one knows the name of that song, but everyone knows it.
That's gotta be allowed on YouTube. We're not stealing the rights to that one. It's just clown music.
Right? Like,
it's gotta be.
It's just clown music.
Absolutely gotta be. So let's see. We'll talk about tour life. We'll talk about tournaments that we played in.
Talk about the highs and lows. Talk about travel. I mean,
we're gonna talk about it all. What could be cool is if people, like, on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, like, send us questions. I mean, we need to grow a following, which I feel like is really hard to do when we have an idea. We don't necessarily have the product yet. But maybe once we get the product going, there's gotta I'd be the cash.
Be the rubber band.
Be the fuse. Boom.
That's close. I think it was a little out of order.
I don't know. I have no idea. So, we're going to get this episode out today.
Yeah.
People are going to... I do have some subscribers to the podcast. So,
yeah,
people are going to see it and be like, holy shit, Deed waited 4.5 months of off-season to start.
We were planning. We were in our garage phase.
Yeah. We were in the Apple garage phase. So it literally started for me because of this PGA Tour Full Swing. Which, have you watched the full thing yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the concept is great.
I agree.
But all it does is solidify people's idea of what professional golf is. Oh, they fly in private jets. Oh, they're making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, they get a brand new club made for them on the spot when they're on the range. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
But no. Like, if we travel and our shit breaks on the plane, we're going to, like, a Golf Galaxy trying to get it replaced or asking the head pro if we can borrow their shit.
Yeah, because
Not
2
going to the
years in a row at Mission Inn, my driver broke. Both years. So first year, shaft breaks Wednesday night when I'm hitting on the range. And my caddy, JB, was...
JB.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Yeah. Literally was like, okay, what do we do? So I'm calling people in Texas. I'm calling people in Michigan. The pro shop's closed because it's like 6:30 and they got places to be. And I'm like, okay, like, what do I do here? I had someone from Texas overnight a shaft to me, and I was in the afternoon. JB had to drive to Orlando because Mission Inn is in the middle of BFE.
It is in the middle of BFE, and I do have some great intel on Mission Inn, by the way.
Awesome. And so then he had to go to like a golf tech in wherever because one of my other Michigan people was like, hey, just borrow the shaft from here, and then the one shaft's gonna get in later. Like, it was a hot mess.
Chaos.
And
so
that's example one.
Basically, the full swing is like the celebrity life of what we do.
Yeah.
And we're gonna give you like the poverty-stricken version of what we do.
Yeah.
Things are not easily accessible. We're not taking 40-minute jet rides to go play a practice round.
We're taking the red eyes instead of...
Because they're cheaper.
And
we're driving 12 hours in between events.
We're sharing cars.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally...
We can't... Literally, I feel like last year there was events where between both of our stuffs in the car, we couldn't fit, like, a piece of paper. Like, if you tried to throw a scorecard into the car, it would have deflated one of the tires. Like, that's how much crap we had.
Well, but also, we had so much crap because when you get free stuff, you don't say no. Like, free snacks, free water, stuff like that. Like, you don't say no here.
But we don't go home.
That too.
Like, these guys get to go home. Like, they miss the cut, and they call up NetJets or whomever and get a flight back home.
And they get to go for 3 days and, revamp.
They're getting to hang out with their family Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then they're back on the jet Monday night.
Yeah.
Us, it's like, we're kind of just staying at some rando's house for 3 days, just eating their snacks.
And then, caddying for your friend because, one, it gets you out of the house to get exercise.
Exercise so we can eat more.
Yup.
Eat more cheap food. Free food, whatever we can find. We're just like savages. We're like,
you're like, oh my gosh, you have free pretzels? I'm gluten-free, but it's okay. I'm going to steal them anyway.
It's just so bad.
Right?
So that, and then I don't know if you know, but the LPGA allegedly is starting, I haven't seen it again, but the LPGA is starting this drive on all access. So every week they're going to highlight 3 players, which this is the shit that I've been saying for like my entire career. I'm like, why aren't you guys highlighting all the players? Like we obviously know that Danielle Kang and Nelly Korda and
Jessica Korda,
like, we know that they're awesome.
Yeah.
They're winning, and they have money, and we know what they do because you show them to us all the time.
Which is like not a poo-poo, but like at the same time, it's like show someone who's like 37th on the money and their story.
Show the rookies. Show people like grinding it out. Show people that are like scared to tee off in a practice round because they don't know if they can go yet.
Yeah, and I mean, PGA Tour highlighted Brett when he Monday Q'd.
I know, that was sick.
Right? Like, everyone, like, he grew such a huge following.
It's so cool. P.S. I just saw that the LPGA has a TikTok, and they're verified, and they have, like, almost 40,000 subscribers, and the videos are kind of legit. And I'm like, why aren't you guys posting that on Instagram, too? The videos are kind of funny.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed we can do funny stuff, too. Who knows? I mean, there's so much stuff that happens. Anyways, I keep getting sidetracked. So one morning, I think that's normally my seat, but because I didn't want smoke in your face the whole time, I created this to my seat for today.
That,
so I saw all this stuff, and I was like, we can do that. We sit in the hotel sometimes for like 3 hours at night scrolling through TikTok, not even talking to each other.
No.
We can spend that time editing videos.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Screw it. Let's show everyone whether they want to see it or not. All the craziness.
I can't wait for Gigglebots, dude.
Oh, when we get in our... Yeah. I think there's videos that we recorded last night of that when you cracked my back.
Oh, yeah.
There was a little Gigglebots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta crack your each other's backs because there's one PT
for 156 girls.
Yeah.
That's a full field this year, is 156.
Mo money, mo problems.
Yeah.
And then they wonder why Pesa plays trash.
As long as we don't do foursomes again.
They just did foursomes in the college tournament, and I was like, that's got to be exhausting.
Yeah. It's bad.
All right. What else? We can go controversial.
Okay.
We can get controversial topics on this. We can have people start hating us and sending us hate mail.
That's fine. I hope somebody sends me hate mail.
I already have a guy on Twitter that everything I post, he calls me, well, I assume it's a he. Who knows? Calls me a fascist. And I'm like...
A fascist?
I'm like, sir, I think you need the Google.
Yeah. It's all right. People
Okay.
on TikTok, whenever I post anything, there's always like, isn't it pretty easy to get on the LPGA? And I'm like, no. Like,
golf is hard.
yeah.
Why don't you people understand? I tell this to the members all the time, all the people I play with, and they're like, you make it look so effortless. I'm like, that's because there's not $30,000 in the bottom of the cup.
And not 156 of me.
Which is, yeah, right? These
Like-
girls play. I mean, girls can play.
Yeah.
Is it girls? I had this...
Gals.
I don't know what it is. I had
Girly
this
pops.
I had this conversation on a podcast I did last week, and he's like, girls, gals? And I'm like,
Women.
dude, I don't know.
I mean, if someone takes offense to girls, we're not saying it in an ugly way. Like, it's just,
If anything, it just makes me feel younger.
yeah.
Probably because I'm a decade older than everybody on our tour.
Yeah.
They're like, when is this old hag gonna retire?
Just keep dyeing your hair. You look lovely, doll.
I appreciate it. That's what I'm gonna do. That dollar box dye from the Dollar Tree really hooks me up for about 3 weeks at a time.
Yeah, you also need to get that haircut. Horde.
Yeah, we're going today. I already texted my barber this morning. I was like, I'll be there at 10:30.
Yeah.
Which means I probably won't get seated till noon, but
But whatever.
it's fine. It needs to happen. I grew this out because of Maddie. Did I tell you that story?
Yeah, because of her husband.
Yeah, he's got great flow. But then she sent me a picture this offseason, and now he's got a mullet. And I was like,
I think you could rock a mullet. If you came back with a mullet for, like, Winter Haven, like, I feel like you could do it.
I can't do it. I hate, like, I've been having to put product in my hair, and then I just feel like a grease ball. I feel like, who the hell is the guy in Greece? I feel like them. Like, I need to, like, bust out the comb from my back pocket and, like, slick it back.
Yeah, but mullet, you get cut short on the sides, so it wouldn't bother you that
It's
much.
the back that I hate. I've noticed that the back, like, hits my collar.
Oh, and when you're sweaty, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
have
like,
you ever seen those water bottles that are, like, it's like when someone touches your neck and you're like,
I can already feel sweat dripping down my back going into my drawers. I don't
your
need...
penny slots.
I don't need any more sweat starting higher. Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Don't love it. So, yeah, we got to get the haircut. Okay, controversial. For some reason, I feel like we've talked about a lot, but we still need to make this go at least another 12 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's get weird. I actually also thought about, like, we should come up with questions for each other in secret for the podcast.
That sounds like a great idea if we didn't know everything about each other.
Okay, favorite turn snack.
Okay.
I don't know your favorite turn snack.
Probably a protein shake or pretzels. What's
Yeah,
yours?
see?
Yours is trail mix. Without chocolate.
No. If I'm playing, like, golf in a cart, I do like a solid pork missile, also known as a hot dog.
Yeah, a glizzy. But, like...
How many names for hot dog can we come up with?
Yeah.
I like pork missile.
I just think glizzy's funny.
So, see, I've been thinking about these. I haven't
Yeah,
written
but
them
when
down.
was the last time you had a glizzy in a tournament? Mine is probably, like, when I was 12.
I think it was, so back before they made the trash Q series,
Okay.
when it was Q school, when
Uh-huh.
it was final stage. It was in Daytona. It was on both courses at LPGA.
Okay.
It was 5 rounds. 4 rounds, you made the cut, you play 5, and you alternated courses. And then the final day, whatever, they changed course. Not important. So, you know, Kurt and Charlene.
Yeah.
Right? Shout out Jeep Beach. Kurt and Charlene are awesome. My caddy, my buddy Frankie, we see Kurt at the turn. He's like, do you need anything? And we're like, a hot dog. So, yes. Well, I mean, that was probably like 5 years ago, but that was probably the last time I had a hot dog at the turn in competition. Scarfed it. It was like a 3-biter. I was like... I know. Impressive.
That is impressive. Especially for a lesbian.
Ooh, yeah. Right? You'd think it'd take longer.
Right.
So, yeah. So, I feel like weird questions. Like, people might want to know that. Like, least favorite club in your bag?
56 degree.
Interesting.
Yours says 3-wood.
No, 4-iron.
Really?
Yeah, I hate that thing right now. At least right now. But we never have to use it. But I've been playing over here from the tips, and a lot of the par 3s, like, I got to hit 4-iron.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I maybe hit this 4 times a year on tour, unless I got to punch out from the trees.
Yeah. I don't know why. I don't really love my 56 because, like, I always have to use it for, like, awkward distances. Like, whenever I hit 56, it's not a perfect 50 or a 60. So I'm just like... like...
So, needless to say, we'll be practicing 80-yard shots today.
80 yards fine. It's like the 87 or 92 where you're just like,
yeah,
like, bro.
Least favorite golf shot?
Low cut.
Ooh. Mine's fairway bunker. I'm so trash out of a fairway.
We need to do those. I figured it out.
Especially when there's a lip, right? So think of like fairway bunker 160 yards out with a lip.
Tucson.
Oh.
At Nota Begay's course.
Nota Begay, if you're listening.
Redo the back 9.
Like so
at
hard.
Suelo.
Is it actually the back 9 or do we swap them?
Whatever the one where you start with a par 5 and you have to hit 4-iron or 5-iron off the tee to a par 5, then 3-wood, and then like 7-iron again. Like, make that make sense, okay?
That hole is not...
Trashy McPoop pants.
Yeah, that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, because we're not swearing on here, so...
I think I said shit a couple times, but I don't feel like that
that's
counts.
not bad.
Yeah.
That's like saying damn.
I don't think that
like
the
Beaver
YouTube,
Dam, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme. That's what we used to say in high school.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, Tucson. Oh.
The front nine's fine. It's like...
I just want to play the front twice.
Yeah. Well, okay. We don't know if we switch it or not, but the back 9, we start with, like, the stupid par 5, and then the front 9, we start with, like, a par 4 where you hit, like, 4-iron hybrid or 3-wood, depending on the wind, and then you have a wedge in.
Yeah, you still can't even hit driver. I hate 1 or 10 that isn't driver.
Yeah.
Like,
or both. They're both not driver.
I need to send it off of the first hole so I know what I'm working with. Like, do not make me have a compact swing at 7:58 in the morning when it's 50 degrees outside, and I might have had a trash warm-up. Like, I just let me just full send something. Like, every first hole should just be an absolute driving range off the tee, and then you can do whatever you want into the green.
Correct.
Cool. I'm glad somebody else agrees with that.
Well, yeah, there's nothing, especially when you have the first tee time off, and some of the courses, 10's a par 3, and you're like...
10's a par 3 in Connecticut, I heard.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like, can it at least be like a wedge? Like, can it be like a pitching wedge?
7-iron or less.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hit 4-iron as the first shot.
I don't want to hit 5-iron at 7:30 in the morning, where it's like, if you thin it, you're like,
you feel it go up your arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Like, no.
See,
who designs that?
And this is the stuff that I feel like we can't be the only two that think this way.
No, but no one else is wanting to speak up about it.
No one else wants to talk about it.
Because it's controversial, which is where we're circling back to.
Yeah, we're circling back to. I feel like there's so much stuff in golf, and I saw it, right? I saw it on the full swing. Brooks Koepka sitting there, like, when you have it, you think you're never going to lose it, and then when you can't find it, like, it's so hard to find, and you don't know if this is, like, the last time, like, you don't know if the last time you peaked is going to be the last time that you peaked. Like,
right.
So to hear a multi-major winner talk about it, it's like, oh my God, that's so normal. Like, I feel so much better about myself. But I don't hear the women in golf talk about stuff like that.
No, because everything has to be so, oh yeah, I'm good. Like, it's fine. You can't show emotion as a woman because then you're emotional. But if men show emotion, in golf.
They're serious about their game.
Yeah, but if we...
So weird.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, but I like being able, and I think that's why we had such a good friendship the last 2 years, is because we do talk about that stuff.
Oh, yeah, there's no judgment.
Yeah, like if I'm hitting something or doing something trash, like right now, if the center of the club face was on the toe, I'd be shooting
good.
59s like every day.
You'd be really good.
I would be
so good.
And people don't talk about that stuff enough, and then you walk around feeling like you're the only person on the planet that's going through something.
Yeah.
But you're not. Everybody's going through it.
Well, because golf's such an individual game that, like, you're always alone in your thoughts.
Oh, that's a bad place to be, man.
No, never good.
Bad place to be. The highs are high. It is like...
it's crazy.
It is the most toxic relationship, and I've had some toxic relationships.
Yeah, you have.
But golf is the most toxic relationship that I've ever had in my life.
Which is saying something.
But I can't cut the addiction. Like,
no.
Every day I feel like I just wrap it up and just golf. You guys might need to
I'm going to do it in between my toes so no one knows.
Yeah, like it's so silly and it's so stupid. And I just ran, they had the college event up here, and I had 4 previous players that used to play on LPGA Futures, Symetra, now Epson.
That are coaching,
and they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, first event's next week. And they're like, still? And I'm like, dude, I'm dying on the golf course.
Yeah.
Preferably in a tournament.
I hope I'm not there, because that would be a really hard finish for me. Like, maybe, like, after the round, like, when I'm done, if you die on 17, like, okay, but I'm done.
I'm so pissed that I couldn't finish the round. Like, that's how much of a...
Especially if you're like 7 under and you start dying on 17, you're like, the oxygen tank just all the way cranked.
Let me finish the round. I mean, on the full swing, I was looking. I mean, Tigger's 47 or 48. Poulter's 46 or 47. They're still hitting the ball. I mean,
Tiger had 180 ball speed.
What's that? I mean, you know what that's like. I don't know what that's like.
It's whatever. I don't have 180, but like
that's gonna be hard for me when we go play today, and you're sailing it like 30 by me, and I'm used to out driving like D and on by 160.
There's been a few times where, like, when I was playing with some of the dudes at Oak Hills, like, I sail it by them, and they're just like... Like, literally, this dude was probably, like, 6'1", like, 240, like, pretty built, and I yoked one by him, and he's just like, oh, yeah, I caught it off the toe. I'm like, oh, okay, guy. Like, I'm like, it's okay, you know? Like, this is my job.
That could be another episode. You said the word yoke.
Yeah.
So another episode could be all the terminology that golfers have. My new favorite right now is mashed potatoes.
Smashed potatoes.
Like, every time I just nuke one, I scream mashed potatoes, and Dee's like, where did this come from? I'm like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I just like saying mashed potatoes.
We should do a count of how many times I, like, mispronounce words on purpose.
That could also be a good one. That's going to go into your editing. I also think that people want a count of how many cigarettes I smoke.
Yeah.
In an episode.
I don't know. That's like, what, 3?
Well, before you got up, there was like 2. So it's 9:15, and I think I'm on like 5 or 6. Giving John Daly a real run for his money.
You just need some M&Ms.
Still looking for a Marlboro sponsorship.
Yeah.
Did you see? That's controversial. This I want to talk about, and I don't even care if I get in trouble for this. Did you see the email that we got that says we cannot be sponsored by sports betting, alcohol,
or any, like, CBD?
So let me put this into perspective for someone, and someone give me an answer. Let's say I play in a pro-am with a guy, and he's like, I'm getting ready to start a tequila company. I want you to be the brand ambassador and partner. And I'm like, cool, my guy. I don't have $1 to invest in this, but let's go.
Yeah.
If it is my own company,
yeah,
I can't throw a logo on myself to write off a $50,000 sponsorship.
Yeah. So,
but I see guys sponsored by
Abraham Answer is part of a tequila company, and that's his own sponsor. And he
FaceTimed
Mark Wahlberg.
I know, that's so exciting. Good for him.
Yeah.
We're like 2 replaced from Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
I love that.
But literally, like, he's at Oak Hills, and, you know, he brings out all of his tequila people. Like, they do a bunch of stuff together, which is great. Like, why can't we do that? One of my sponsors, well, not sponsors, alleged sponsor, like, you know,
We're doing air quotes right now.
Yeah, deals with some sports betting, but it's a sports group. Like, it's not just sports betting. Like, it's sports memorabilia, cards, stuff like that.
But
what's the big deal? They're not betting on us. They can't bet on us.
No, you can't. There's been times where I told people they should probably throw 20 on me to win. I didn't win. But like, they probably should have. But you can't. Like, where do you bet on Epson?
But you can't, like, in a sanctioned FanDuel, you know, Barstool, you can't do that.
Yeah,
so, like, why is that a big deal? It's not like
Can you be sponsored by Barstool? They have a betting thing.
Probably not, which is crazy.
How come some of the guys are sponsored by, like, MGM Grand?
How come some of the college girls be Barstool athletes?
I don't understand the rule.
I don't either.
Not every.
And I have a White Claw bag. I played with these guys from White Claw, in French League. They absolutely loved me. They were like, we would love to give you. They don't give you money. Like, no. White Claw doesn't give any person money.
Yeah, but give me gear.
They give me gear. Like, they give me a pink Hoofer light bag with White Claw and my name on it. They gave me a bunch of stickers, like water bottles, hats, like.
And to be fair, we haven't really drank.
I drink at the rodeo 2 nights ago.
And you felt like ass the next day.
I drank a half of a ranch water, and the next day I felt so puffy. It was like 120 calories.
Yeah, we're not drinking.
No.
Me, at your age, slosh.
I don't know. I just felt like I still stayed under my calorie goal. I didn't really eat fair food or anything, but being gluten-free, I can't eat that crappy.
I think that if the majority of people who go play, and I'm going to go with majority here, go play golf, and then they go inside the clubhouse and they have a cocktail, everybody drinks with golf. It literally goes hand in hand.
Oh, yeah.
It's like mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah, some people don't like the gravy, but they still eat the mashed potatoes.
Like, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's dumb because now that company that's trying to help, like, be with me has to go through all of these hoops on LPGA, and they're, like, having to get approved. They've been trying to, like, talk to them about what their company is, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like...
It's so weird.
I'm like, okay, it's not like I'm getting sponsored by a drink.
Oh, God. The vortex. We're back.
The vortex of my body. I honestly think I didn't know where my tongue was. Lost control of it.
Okay, I gotta call a quick timeout. My favorite thing about Sarah is when she gets the giggles, she doesn't breathe for like 26 seconds.
Longer.
It is remarkable the lung capacity that you have.
I run.
Untime out. I don't know what time in. There it is. Not untime out. It's definitely time in. Okay.
Untime out.
Okay, I think we've given a great example of what these people are going to hear throughout the year.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the people listening to the podcast. I think that watching the podcast might be a better move. The mini tour saga.
If you're driving, definitely listen.
That could be entertaining. We are the mini tour saga on everything: Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Is that all we have?
Yeah, we don't do.
We do have an email though. The mini tour saga at gmail.com.
Yeah, if you want
to send fan mail
or
fan email or hate email.
Yeah, I would love that. Honestly.
We can read those on a podcast. We can read our hate email.
I know. What would they hate us about?
I don't know. Probably that we're not cookie cutter and fit the mold. But I feel like so many people actually like that. They're like, I wish golf was more real. I wish people talked about stuff.
Yeah.
I wish.
Okay, can we side note real quick? When I got like this in your table, I literally look like I am the biggest chodes of toes ever.
Nubbies.
Like, I already got some nubs, but like, that was really funny. It kind of caught me off guard. I was like, those are legit sausages.
And that's just what you're gonna get, guys.
Yeah.
There's no better way to describe what you're gonna get than this 35-minute podcast. And I think that's a good time. I think that's a good
solid for sure. Some might go longer, depending on the week of golf. If we're both miserable, we'll be like, yup, we're rhymes with shmoosh, right?
So we're going to show everything that we can. We're going to talk about everything that we can. We're going to honestly try and give you definitely unedited. Like, when we post the YouTube, like, videos, those are going to be, like, pieced together, but...
Yeah, but, like, not really. Like, if we're doing the podcast ones, if we need to, like...
edited.
Yeah, we'll, like, blip in something maybe, but, like... But, like, some of the YouTube stuff... Because it might be, like, a vlog, I guess.
Who knows what it's going to be? I mean, let's just have everyone's expectations low. Understand that we're operating off...
Like, floor low.
Yeah.
Basement if you're in the Midwest. Like, low.
We're operating off an old iPhone 10, a GoPro from 2012.
Microphones that were given to me.
Yeah, we got a microphone, we got an AirPod. This is like the cheapest version that we could do this. The editing is going to be off free apps, iMovie. It's just going to
be... Like free trials of stuff.
Yeah, it's just going to be basic. But who knows, dude? Let's just have fun with it, and let's have a year.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I'm yoked.
Gang, gang. I'm going to go get my hair cut.
Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for you to get back. Like
all right,
Patrick.
folks. Tune in next week for another episode of the Mini Tour Saga
podcast. We'll try and get a YouTube video out after the tournament.
Show.
For show. Or, yeah. Okay, bye.
Later.